In this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to use the redesigned OneDrive settings in Windows 11. By the end, you'll know how to manage your files, back up essential folders, and make the most of OneDrive's new look and features, so you can keep your files safe and organized with ease. Let's jump right in. The first thing you'll want to do is access the new OneDrive settings. Start by locating that familiar blue cloud icon. It's sitting in your taskbar's notification area. Sometimes it's hidden, so if you don't see it right away, click the little upward-pointing arrow on your taskbar to expand the group of hidden icons. Think of it like opening a drawer to find what you need. Once you spot the OneDrive cloud, right-click on it. This action brings up a menu. Just go ahead and click Help in Settings, and from there select Settings. This opens up the newly redesigned OneDrive Settings panel, your command center for everything OneDrive related. Now take a moment to explore the tabs at the top of the window. You'll notice cleaner, more modern tabs like Sync and Backup, Account, Network, and About. Microsoft has given the settings a makeover, making it easier to find what you're looking for. Don't rush, take a few seconds to click through each tab. This will give you a feel for the new layout and where everything lives. It's almost like walking into a newly renovated room for the first time. Let's look closer at some of the key settings you'll actually use. In the Sync and Backup tab, you can manage which folders get backed up to the cloud. Click Manage Backup or choose Folders, and you'll see options for essentials like your desktop, documents, and pictures folders. Deciding which folders to backup is important. Anything you select here will be protected in the cloud, so even if something happens to your PC, those files stay safe. Just a heads up, your first backup might take a little while if you have a lot of files, so don't worry if it doesn't finish instantly. There's also a really handy feature called Files on Demand. Turning this on means your files can stay in the cloud until you actually need them. It's a smart way to save space on your local hard drive, especially if storage is tight. Think of it as leaving heavy books at the library until you want to check them out, instead of carrying them all at once. Switch over to the Account tab and you can check how much storage you're using. If you've got the free plan, you'll see something like 5 GB available. If you're subscribed to Microsoft 365, you'll have more, usually around 1 TB. You can also unlink your PC from OneDrive here. This is useful if you want to stop syncing or need a fresh start with your cloud setup. In the Network tab, you have the ability to control upload and download speeds. This is especially helpful if you're on a limited connection and don't want OneDrive to hog all your bandwidth. Just set a reasonable limit and you're good to go. And if you click into the Office section, you can decide how Office apps sync files. For example, you can allow collaborative editing, so if you're working on documents with others, everyone's changes stay in sync. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what's fresh in this redesign. The Settings window now uses Microsoft's Fluent design language, so you'll notice rounded corners, subtle acrylic blur effects, and a layout similar to the updated Photos app. There's a new gallery view, with a bigger focus on organizing photos and videos, making it easier to browse albums or find pictures of people. And you might notice that clicking on certain files or folders now opens them in the web version of OneDrive inside the new app, instead of defaulting to the local app. This web-like experience means you get a consistent interface, whether you're on your PC or accessing your files online. And that covers the essentials. By exploring and adjusting these new settings, you'll have more control, better backups, and an overall smoother OneDrive experience in Windows 11. If you found this walkthrough helpful, remember to give it a like, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or want to see more tips and tricks. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.